Today I'm going to show you how to process twin sockets for a twin dovetail joint. As you can see, I have already processed one of these sockets to help speed the video along. But it is important to note that what I will demonstrate on the other socket can be applied to any number of sockets which you may require for your own individual piece. The first thing I do is place a kerf on both sides of the socket, similar to that of the triangular sawing method in a tenon. This will help act as a guide for the saw blade and keep it on track. Once you are happy with these kerfs, you can then move your body into position so that you're sawing in straight line with the direction of cut, again helping for accuracy. As you can see here, I'm using my index finger to help guide the saw blade, again helping for accuracy. Once you have processed this saw cut, you need to move over to the other saw cut of the socket. It is a matter of simply repeating the process which I've just explained. One key point I'd like to make now is that this process does not require massive amounts of pressure or exertion, as the saw blade should do all the work for you. Once you're happy with these saw cuts, you can then remove the bulk of the waste using a cope and saw. Again, removing to the waste side of the line, which I will clean up with a chisel later. Once you are happy that you have this piece removed, you can then remove the piece from the vise and clamp it down to your bench. As you can see here, I will be now working to the shoulder lines. It is important to note that I would have scored these shoulder lines with a marking knife prior to this to help for a clean, crisp, finished joint. It is also important to note here that I've flicked the piece around on the bench so that I'm working from both sides to help prevent any major breakout. Once you're happy that you have processed down to your shoulder lines, you can then remove down to your slope lines of the socket. This is a matter of simply putting the piece back into the vise and adjusting it in the vise so that it is comfortable for you to work with. Once you're happy that you have the piece set up in the vise and you're comfortable to work with it at this height, you can then begin processing down to the line. Again, this is a matter of using a sharp chisel with both hands on the cutting tool for health and safety. Again, it is a matter of flicking the piece around in the vise so that you're working to both sides of your line. As you can see here, I have now produced some swarf that needs to be removed. To remove this swarf, I simply put the piece back down on the bench and clamp it into position and do some vertical paring. Once you are happy with this, you can then pick up your piece and give it a dry fit.